Good morning, friends. This is breakfast for Sunday. It's chilly like everywhere in the nation, so I want something warm. Grits for 3 points. The Sandwich Brothers pita, turkey sausage and egg white pita for 4 points. So that's 7. And then I think I'm going to try a hot cup of coffee. I don't know. And I just added stuff to it. We'll see if it tastes good. This is a caramel coffee with 3 tablespoons of Italian sweet cream, sugar-free, less than half a tablespoon of some winter white chocolate. Looks like this. And then I also put some of the cream and chocolate peppermint whipped foam on there. So I don't know, we'll see. But this is 8 points, and I'll also have a banana. All right, guys, lunch is this rice. It's 4 smart points per cup, and it says there's 4.5 servings in there, but that's not true. So I weighed it out by grams. So 115 grams is that, which is much less than a cup. So 4 points for that. And then an egg roll, chicken egg roll, is 4 smart points. These scan incorrectly at 3. If you put the nutrition information, they are 4 smart points. So this is 8 points. And I just sprayed some of the Bragg liquid aminos on there. All right, see you later. Hi guys, good afternoon. It's Sunday. Sorry about the glare. These do not have anti-glare lenses on them, and it's about to get real bright. Ugh. I am headed out to just pick up a couple of things that I didn't realize I needed, or I would have gotten them yesterday. I really need to spend good quality time thinking about what's in my fridge and like the fruit I have and all the things I would need. Make one list and get it all done one day, but I'm just not able to do that. Oh, the sun's terrible. And if I put this up, I would be blinded. That's the bad thing about wearing glasses and not having prescription sunglasses. So I am out to do that, but I'm also going to go to CarMax to see what they will give me for my car, just so that I'm prepared with that knowledge, and then I can, ask other places or just go with them or whatever. I did find a company called Off Lease Only, and let me know if anyone has ever done business with them or knows anything about them, because I'm really intrigued. I found a 2017 Jeep Compass with less than 3,000 miles on it, and for like $14,000, which is really awesome. I think if I were to buy a car, that's where I would want to stay around, because I really want to keep my payment at like 200-ish, maybe 250, whatever, a month. But I really would prefer to stay in an SUV. If I were to lease, I don't know. I feel like my options right now are to do this off-lease only company. And they're just a dealership like CarMax, where there's no haggle, there's not a dealer fee or anything like that. And I think they're cars that just were purchased when leases were stopped or people got out of their leases early. So yeah, I'm intrigued because it's a freaking 2017 with less than 3,000 miles on it. It does have a prior accident, but I feel like I haven't seen it or anything. I just am assuming it was fixed, but we can always get more information on that. So my option is off lease only or going a lease route, because I don't want to. If I were to go to CarMax and buy a car for like $15,000, I am going to get something that has over 40,000 miles, and it's an older car, and I just don't want to do that. If I'm gonna buy a car, I really don't want something older and with a lot of miles on it, because I might as well just hang on to my car. It's just the payment is what's killing me. So, or what needs to change. So that's where I am with the car business right now. Gosh, I need to order prescription sunglasses. What else? Oh, today I made chili to freeze and have for lunches this week. So that's one thing that I want to get while I'm out is freezer bags. And I also want to get apples because right now, well, I have to cut up my pineapple. I was going to say my only options are oranges right now, but I could cut up my pineapple. But I do want to get some apples and some lettuce. What else? Oh, cashew milk, just to have it, and also to make those chocolate smoothies I got from Weight Watchers. I want to try those. So for food today, you saw my breakfast. Oh, after breakfast, maybe like noon or something, I had an orange and some strawberries. I had one Ritz cracker, which I'm hoping is 0 because I haven't tracked it. And for lunch, you saw what I had for lunch. Oh no, I also, before my lunch, had some of the cinnamon swirl little crisps from Weight Watchers, and those are really good. A bag is 2 points, but they were pretty tasty. So I had those. Lunch. And for dinner, I think we're gonna do the pork loin or boneless pork chops with those broccoli cheese tots. I haven't told Chad about the tots yet. Maybe I should pick up some backup tots, just in case he like totally revolts against the tots. But I want to try them. I bought them, so I want to eat them. People say it's good or they're better, and dipping them into ranch dressing is really good. So I have the Skinny Kitchen ranch dressing that I'll use. And then I told him we have to have the Bubble Up chicken pot pie one more time because I have, like 2 more servings of it. So we have to eat that up. I gave him the option. Do you want that tonight or do you want pork loin tonight? He chose pork loin. So tomorrow I am going for Tex-Mex with my best friend. So I'm going to try and keep lunch really low. So I have a lot of available points, and I'm sure it will go into my weeklies because I am having queso, I'm having chips, and I'm having a margarita. Ding! Oh, speaking of ding, this is my new right-hand ring. I got it for Christmas. Well, it's a stack. I mean, there's 3 bands missing, but it's a monogram. You can't really see. It's my monogram because my other ring I had hurt, or the band had worn away because it's so old. So I've been wearing that. What else? Nothing else to tell you, really. I'm warming up to these glasses. I feel like they have to be styled appropriately, but like I have my hair in a bun, I have like leggings and this big sweater on, and I have my makeup on, so I feel like they go a little bit better with styled, you know. And also, update on my tooth. I think it's just like an inflamed gum. I think that's what it is. Because I went to go floss yesterday and it like really hurt when I did that. So I feel like I'm pushing, I think it's the gum that's angry with me. Yeah, but it still hurts to chew. Okay, well, I will see you guys later. Please let me know if you have dealt with off-lease only. I've looked up reviews and a lot of people had a really good experience with them. The only like issue, well, it's just an inconvenience, is that it's over in Orlando, so I'd have to drive there to get it. But I'm gonna be I have to get this moving because I haven't registered my car in Florida yet, so I need to get that done, get my driver's license changed over to Florida, get my insurance changed over, and I just really have to stop messing around with it. So I will be in talks with my bank this week to see about financing and what the deal will be, and hopefully I can have it all resolved next weekend. That's what would be awesome. That would be awesome if I could get it resolved next weekend. A great thing about the off-lease only is that, you know, they're like CarMax where it's there's no haggling, it's just the price is the price, and I feel like that's a great price for that car.
So I don't know. I'm so torn. Like, I want an SUV. I really would like to keep an SUV because Chad has a sedan, so I don't want to lose the towability, as my mom says, by going down to a sedan as well. But I want to have better gas mileage and I want to have a lower payment. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. All right, I will see you guys later. Bye. Hi guys. Recap for Sunday. I last left you before I went to CarMax. No. CarMax wants to give me like $9,500 for my car, and I owe a lot more than that, so back to the drawing board. By the time I got home, because I stopped at Publix and got some stuff, by the time I got home and I looked at the recipe to make the pork that I was going to make, it says, oh, you should be marinating this for 4 hours. So this is why I don't cook, because I always mess something up like that. I never read the directions correctly. So we didn't do the pork. I was like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? He didn't want leftovers. We ordered Pizza Hut, the skinny slice pizza. So I had 2 slices of pepperoni, which is 15 points. And I had 2.5 breadsticks. So I definitely went into my weeklies. I still have some left though for tonight because I'm going to have Tex-Mex and margaritas with my best friend. So I think I've already tracked my breakfast and my lunch, and I will have 20 points, I think, after all of that. So that'll be good. And then I think I have 11 weeklies left. So, ouch. Hope your guys' Sunday went well. And I want people to remember that using your weeklies is not a bad thing. Like, it's not. People tend to like villainize using your weeklies, and they're there to be used. You just have to figure out how it works in your plan to continue to lose weight. For me, if I were to use all my weeklies and do some sort of exercise during the week, I'm totally fine and I would still lose weight usually. If I ate all my weeklies and did absolutely nothing, then maybe something wouldn't happen. But you have to figure out and be comfortable experimenting with how many weeklies you use in order to lose weight. I know there are people that cannot touch one of them, and I'm sorry because that stinks. But some people can use all of them. Some people can go into the negative. Some people can use all of them and their fit points and still lose. So make sure that you're, experimenting with that, and don't feel like using them is a bad thing, because it's absolutely not. It's not about being bad. That's a terrible term to use, and we should really get out of the habit of doing that. In my meeting, although I was the youngest one by like 30 years, somebody had a good point or a good way to think about their day. They don't call them bad days. They don't call them cheat days. They just call them less restrictive days. So we really have to break the habit of calling it, I was bad, because that's just negative self-talk. That's not good for what we're trying to accomplish here. So that's my thoughts for this past week, and using my weeklies. So there we are. I hope you guys, again, had a wonderful week, had a great weigh-in, had a great Sunday, and I will see you for Monday's vlog pretty soon. Bye!